Yakahala Yahweh, Bahoshem, Yahweh Shai, Bahoshem, Rakaha Kodash, the one my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. All right. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. All right. Again, we're going to go over Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17. Excuse me. All right. It reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." That was Revelation 13 and 16. All right, this he, all right, when it says "and he," all right, is the wicked. All right, the ones that come to do the workings of Satan. Okay, the ones who play the part of the devil. All right, let's go really quick. Matthew 4 and 1. It reads, "Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil." All right, so we're going to go into the word devil. Okay.
Strong's G 1228. Diabolos. Diabolos.
All right. Diabolos. Definition 2. Well, I'll read definition 1. It says prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely. All right. For example, okay, you hear rappers now, which I don't even like the music nowadays. All right. Even the music in my day, rap wise, was leading us down the wrong path. All right. But it's all the will of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And it's all a testament to how deep we were into these chains of darkness and him getting us out of it. Lord willing, we endure to the end. All right. But he took us out of the path that we were on and put us on this path. Okay. And allowed us to hearken to him, to listen, to understand that we needed to do this. All right. To turn from whatever path we were on. All right. I call it the Boulevard of Broke Dreams, which I got that from a musician, a rapper that I used to listen to also, but it fits that perfectly because every path outside of this one, all right, all of you that are outside of this path are on the Boulevard of Broke Dreams, man. All right, the path to death. Okay, this is life. This is life. All right, so definition 1 again for diabolos, which is the word for devil. It says prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely. All right, so the music nowadays, okay, you could say that it leads us that well, we just spoke about it. It leads people down the wrong way, doesn't it? All right, with the lyrics and the videos. Okay, so you could blame the artists if you want to call them artists. All right, but what companies push this? Who are the heads of these companies? Who makes decisions on if we're going to promote this person or not? There are still conscious rappers out there. Why aren't they being pushed? All right. Well, I mean, because it's not prophecy for any man to save us, but really, but two, all right, but also it points to whom this man is, who the devil is. All right, you are pushing this out there. Okay, you could easily take these musicians, this music, this content, everything that goes against the Lord. You could take that away You have the power to, right? The earth is given into your hand, and still everything is dying. Everything is on the boulevard of broke dreams. Everything heads to death when it comes to you. But you like to point at the people that are under your power, that are under your divination. All right. So you accuse the artist that you sign, but you're the one who signs it and pushes this trash out there, man. All right. It says a calumniator, false accuser, slanderer. Let's look up that word calumniator, okay? It says a calumniator. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not sure. All right. A calumniator is a person who slanders or makes false accusations against someone to damage their reputation. All right, whose reputation are you trying to damage? All right, the people of the Lord. All right, the Israelites. Okay. As a matter of fact, let's get a verse really quick. All right, this is hmm. This is Lamentations, the second chapter. I'll start at verse 13. All right, the point is going to be, man. I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna read down to. I'm gonna start at 13 though. Lamentations 2, and starting at 13, it says, "What thing shall I take to witness for thee?" All right. What can I say about you? All right. Speaking of Israel. All right. It says, "What thing shall I like to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem?" Speaking about us Israelites, man. "What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great like the sea. Who can heal thee? Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity, but have seen thee for false burdens and causes of banishment." This is the point right here. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, "Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth?" All right. We no longer resemble what the Lord put us down here for, to be the sons of the living power, to be the sons of God. All right. Even now, knowing that we are heirs to the Messiah, well, the remnant and the elect, okay, we are way separate spiritually from the other 2/3. But just, I'm speaking of Israelites as a whole, all right, for the most part, all right. The 2/3 in America and other wicked ass Israelites that are just constantly and still walking contrary to the Lord, all right. But people look at us and they don't believe that we can be the chosen people of the Lord. You don't even believe it yourself. You don't believe it yourself. If you did, you would start acting accordingly. All right. But the Lord won't let you see this. Okay. He needed us to have an example, all right, of his words being faithful and true. All right. An example of us being destroyed, all right, having no structure, being led by us holding on to, all right, Esau Edom, the wicked, all right. So you are an example to us, or for us, okay, to not go that way. I mean, it's not a good example. Anyway, all that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee, and they hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we looked for. We have found. We have seen it. All right. So these people push you out there, give you a little crumb, give you a little bit of money, putting you on a high pedestal, pushing you out there like, go ahead and do our bidding, spread the wickedness, and amen. You are as wicked as the most wicked. Okay. All right. And they accuse you. They accuse you to the rest of the world and to the Most High. All right. Look at what your people are doing. They are wicked. All right. When really, he is the wicked one. All right. That is the he. The earth is given to his hand. All right. That is what they do, though. All right. They are accusers, like it says in the definition of devil. Let's go back there and read that again. First, let me read that Lamentations again in the NLT. Lamentations, the 2nd chapter, starting at verse 13. What can I say about you? Who has ever seen such sorrow, O daughter of Jerusalem? To what can I compare your anguish, O virgin daughter of Zion? How can I comfort you? For your wound is as deep as the sea. Who can heal you? Your prophets have said so many foolish things, false to the core. Man, they did not save you from exile by pointing out your sins. That's what these churches do, man. All right, prosperity doctrine. You give this, you will get this. All right, and that's nothing but a fashion show. All right, a harlot house. I seen that tonight. All right, they don't point out your sins. All right, they don't try to correct you. They try to comfort you with smooth sayings or soothsayings. All right, they don't tell you the truth of the matter. All right, and this has gone on since the beginning. Your prophets have said so many foolish things, false to the core. They did not save you from exile by pointing out your sins. Instead, they painted false pictures, filling you with false hope. All who pass by jeer at you. They scoff and insult beautiful Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city called most beautiful in all the world and joy of all the earth? All your enemies mock you. They scoff and snarl and say, We have destroyed her at last. We have long waited for this day, and it is finally here. And if you look at the state of Israelites, man, you are low. All right. Wicked is I don't know. If you could be the wicked, all right, if there's any people trying to be the wicked, it seems like it's you. All right, the wicked, even though to try to hide, they know to try to hide and blame somebody else. Y'all just out there just being wicked, man. Speaking of Israel. But all of this is prophecy. All right, but these people give you a crumb. All right, because the earth is in the hand of the wicked. All right, they make the rules. This is their heaven. All right, but all in the spirit of power, or all through the spirit and power of Yahweh. All right. They don't even consider him, but Yahweh is the one giving them this power, all right, allowing these things to happen for now. Things are about to change. But what I mean is they are wicked, but they need you to accuse. They push you out there on stage and put the spotlight on you and watch you sing and dance, man, so wickedly. Also, all right, they watch you sing and dance so wickedly. All right, again, Matthew 4 and verse 1. That word for devil again.
Strong's G 1228. Diabolos. Diabolos.
All right, now let's get down to the second definition. Metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of God, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. Right, and that is the he in Revelation 13 and 16. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to this prophecy. Hold on a minute. All right, so Revelation 13, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, we just went over the and he. Who is that he? The wicked. All right, how is he going to cause all? Unless the earth is given into his hand. All right, and if you didn't know what all means, it means everyone. All right, they give examples. They give both extremes of the spectrum, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, and everything in between, man. All right, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, so we know this mark, or we know the technology, excuse me. We know the technology that this is speaking of is already in the earth. All right, the technology that is involved in this prophecy is already in the earth. Technology itself is not a sin. The sin comes in where you receive this thing. All right. So let me tell you what this thing is. It is the micro C hip. The word micro, the letter C, the word hip. You put that together. And again, because the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, we can't even speak certain words, man. All right. We also know this mark to be, or this technology to be, the RFID C hip. All right, a couple of examples of this technology. All right, don't get caught up on the names of these companies. All right, just go look at the examples of this technology. All right, a couple examples are Walletmor, WALLETMOR, one word. All right, go look up that company. Go look up the technology. Go research the technology that this company is dealing with. All right, another example, you can look up Neuralink or Elon Musk's brain technology. Okay, those are just a couple of examples. All right, there's going to be way more manufacturers of this thing. It said causeth all. This is going to be a global thing. For example, you have the G7, which is America and these countries gathered to it. All right, and then on the other side, you have the BRICS nations. All right, polar opposites, so they say. Okay, but they're all headed towards this technology. All of them. They just tend to agree on this thing, right? Just conveniently. This is prophecy. All right? Everything leads to prophecy. or prophecy leads to everything, and everything leads back to prophecy. All right, this isn't going to be a just a problem on your street or on your block or in your town or in your city or in your state or in your country. This is a global movement. All right, that he is going to cause to be made mandatory, and that is how we can say that the technology exists, but this prophecy has yet to take place. Right? He is going to make this mandatory. And what I mean by that, an example of that is the C-19. Didn't they try to make something mandatory with that? With threats of job loss? All right? They had families infighting because of the stuff that they were putting out there about this stuff, man. What happened to that thing anyway? What happened to that? That's what we mean by make mandatory. They are going to be able to do it, and they are going to do it. All right, they're going to get people with conveniences, you know, smooth talk. They're going to make it seem like the thing to do, the cool thing. All right, the thing that you can barely find to get. They're going to make it seem like it's, what is it? Rare. All right, rare but the right thing to do, or rare but the popular thing to do. And they're going to make it affordable, man. All right, Elon talked about making his brain technology the cost of an Apple Watch. All right, so was it an Apple Watch or an iPhone? One of them pieces of technology, this thing is going to be the same price as. All right. All right, and then they're going to come with threats that are not going to be empty. Your life is going to depend on if you take this thing or not. Okay? So let's get the word for mark. And what I mean by getting the word for, all right, this English is not is only the surface. All right, you have to go deeper to get understanding in this. All right, you have to go to the original languages. Let me go ahead and read that really quick. This is the Apocrypha. I'm going to the prologue of the book of Ecclesiasticus. I'm not going to read the whole prologue. I'm just going straight to the point. It reads, "Wherefore let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words, which we have labored to interpret. For the same things uttered in Hebrew, and translated into another tongue, have not the same force in them, and not only these things, but the law itself, and the prophets, and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language." All right. What is their own language? Was it English back then? No. Okay. So when you're dealing with the Old Testament, you want to go look at the Hebrew words, get the etymology, get the root words. All right. Lord willing, you will get understanding. Same with the New Testament. You go look in the Greek. All right. Get the etymology, get those root words, and Lord willing, you will get the understanding. So when I say I'm going into the word for mark, this is in the context of Revelation 13 and 16. All right. Wasn't there a mark in the scriptures? That's a name. Okay. So there are different definitions, all right, for different words. You have to have the context correct. So again, in the context of Revelation 13 and verse 16, this is the Greek word for mark?
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
All right, charagma. Now you remember what we said this thing is. So what does it say about charagma? It says, of the mark stamped on the forehead or on the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. All right. The world calls it the Antichrist. There are Antichrists, plural for one. All right. There's not going to just be one Antichrist that comes over here and does the workings of Satan. All right. You may be an Antichrist. Filter yourself through these scriptures and see, if you care to, if the Lord gives you the unction to do that. All right. Filter yourself through these scriptures. If there is something that you can do to better follow what the Lord wants you to do, and you don't do it, and you know you're going against it, but it's something that you can do, you just may be an Antichrist, man. All right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. Things are wicked out here. Can you not see that? All right. He might have you under these holidays, man. If you celebrating these holidays, you better go look in the scriptures, man. Filter yourself through these scriptures. You better bring some fear with you. You better fear the Lord, man. Strong's definition of charagma: a scratch or etching, i.e. stamp, as a badge of servitude. All right? Servitude to what? Up above it said, of the mark stamped on the forehead or on the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. We know that word as anti-Messiah, or against the Messiah. All right? Or against the anointed. All right, so if you receive this mark, or MOTB, mark of the beast, basically he's like, here's your badge. All right, here's your badge. You serve me, okay? You don't serve the Lord, you serve him. When I say him, I don't mean one person. You chose to serve the God of this world. All right. The perceived God of this world. All right. This man worships Satan. All right. But what he doesn't know is that the spiritual demon Satan works for the Most High. All right. The Most High has him. The Most High has these people on earth in his trick bag. All right. They don't even consider the Lord, man. All right. All right. What was I doing? Going back to the verse. Okay. Revelation 13 and 16 again. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now I want to go get that word for causeth.
Strong's G 4160. Poieo. Poieo.
To make ready, and so at the same time to institute. All right. These people have the earth in their hands. They control the problems and the answers. All right. So these big problems, these small problems, all right, they already consider themselves the Most High, and they're going to present this thing to you as a savior for many things. It's going to be able to track CO2 emissions for those people who don't know that the scriptures say the earth abideth forever. All right, they're afraid of something happening to the earth, so they're going to call for people to get this mark because they want to track CO2. All right, they're going to call for people. There are going to be a group of people that call for people to get this mark because they want to track their health. All right, you see how worried people were about the ones that decided not to get that shot in their arm. All right, they're still here. These people still are here, and they are just like that. They put their trust in this man and not the Most High. They'd rather worship the creature than the Creator. All right, there's going to be people that want this thing to get into sanctuary cities. All right, if you feel like this place is going crazy with immigrants coming in, or whatever element is coming in here, and say these people make their 15-minute cities into sanctuary cities, guess what you are going to have to show as an ID, as a badge of ID to get in these cities? All right, and then you got more simple people that don't want to carry ID because they're lazy. Right, don't want to lose their keys anymore because they don't want to think about their keys. So they're going to get their keys. It's going to act as a key fob. It's going to act as your medical records, right? Your IDs. Okay. They're going to get a lot of people with this, man. These people are crafty, and you cannot think that it's a small thing. Their talent to lie, all right? Their talent of divination and to be crafty, all right? You cannot think that's a small thing, all right? All right, to further go along with what we just talked about, what we've already mentioned, this is Revelation 13 and now verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. If you want to keep being a part of their society, all right, and you're going to need clothing, you're going to need food, you're going to need shelter, you're going to need money, all right, you're going to need into these sanctuary cities, whatever. If you want to keep being a part of this society, of their society, you're going to have this mark. All right, they are basically telling you there is no gray area with them. If you want in, you're going to have to let them in with the mark. You're going to have to let them inside you. All right, you're going to have to pick a side either way, whether it be their side or the Lord's side. The thing with the Lord, though, if you're not on His side, you're on their side. All right, there is no middle ground. All right, so I thought I was gonna go into more on this, but I think that's enough right there. We'll be back to talk about it again, Lord willing, in the next couple videos anyway. All right. So we'll see what we touch on then. Okay, but do not take the micro C-hip. Do not take the RFID C-hip. All right, go look at the technologies that are in this world and that are growing. Go look at the fact that everything is going digital. Go look at the fact that the dollar is dying. What's next? Right? And how is it that the BRICS and the G7 are agreeing on where the economy is going as far as money, as far as passports, all right, identifications, okay, and filtered all through the scriptures, man, especially Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17. All right, so with that, call halal Yahweh, Bahoshem, Yahushai, Bahoshem, Rakaha, Kodash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I'm of that number, and Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.